The way I see it, that's a spiner trying to kill the motion. I'm on the right track, full steam, locomotion. Don't need a helping hand, the only helping hand I need's my left. I'm a blow up.
G.I.D. simply stands for get it done. It's just a motto. It's a saying I go by. It's just something I've come to live by recently. Like if I have something to do, I just go out and I get it done. Yeah, whatever it is. And I encourage other people around me to do the same thing. It's kind of like, it's not just for me, it's supposed to empower people around me and myself to get up and do what we have to do, chase your dream, whatever it may be you have to do that day or that year. Just G.I.D. it, get it done. That came from playing basketball. G.I.D. was something one of my coaches used to say when I used to play, I think it was under 16s, because he used to make us run a lot. And he always used to say, you're only running for like 20 seconds, it's not that hard, just get it done, just G.I.D, G.I.D. And he used to say that, G.I.D, G.I.D, and I'll be running screaming, G.I.D, G.I.D. So that's where that came from. And then that just stuck with me after that. And then when I started doing music, I just took that with me. That's just something that I took away from the sport, yeah, G.I.D. I played basketball till I was about 18. Still play now, but I played like seriously. I originally wanted to go to the States and get a scholarship. That never happened. So when I turned 18, I was in the process of trying to get to go out to a prep school, but I got injured the summer before. I fractured my shin. I was just overtraining and literally like cracked it. My shin, like literally right there. There's still a little lump there now. I was just overtraining. I was just working too much, and I put too much stress on my legs, and then I think it just cracked. And then I think I went into like a depression for like. Now I think about it, it was a depression. I say for like a year. Yeah, for like a year I was just like I wasn't doing anything. I just stayed at home, didn't talk to anyone, just did nothing. Wasn't even working. And then closer to the end of that, I just started writing again, which was something I used to do when I was younger anyway, when I was about 16. It's something I did and I just threw it away. And that kind of just helped. That's kind of like how I transitioned. And there was other events prior to that kind of made me think, oh, music was something I can do as well. And that came about with my first song. What was it? I think it was called London City. The first song I ever wrote and recorded was called London City. I think I took the beat off YouTube and I just ripped it off YouTube. And I recorded at a youth club studio. It was called London City. And that was based kind of like off of there. We were at college. And one of the girls was like, oh, all black guys think they can rap. I can't remember the conversation, but it was like, da-da-da. And I was like, I can rap. But she was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean all black guys can say that. So to prove a point, I went and wrote a song and basically and played it to her, and then she was like, cool. And I just enjoyed that whole process so much, and I was like, oh, maybe this could be something I could do. At that time, a lot of the music, everyone was very much portraying this positive, kind of like, you know, big chains, big whips kind of thing. That's kind of like the thing that was in there. No one was really talking about anything real.
I don't give twos if you're not down for this. I don't give twos if you don't care for this. I don't give twos if you don't vibe with us. Since when did I waste words on a pagan? No, no, no. Since when did I waste words on a pagan? No, no, no. I don't give twos if you don't care for this vibe with this vibe with this vibe.
There is a lot more people nowadays that are just trying to be themselves, and I feel like being yourself is in at the moment. As to anyone that cares, I don't feel there's like music that cares to people in that state of mind. I feel like no one really speaks about mental health or depression. There's a couple of songs here and there, but it's not something that people really want to speak about, especially in the black community. Like, oh, you're suffering from mental health, like really, come on, get up kind of thing. It's like something that we kind of like don't really speak on. But at the moment, I don't really see a lot of artists in their music addressing that. But outside of it, a lot of people are speaking up now. There's a lot of people saying that mental health is serious. Even with the recent Kanye situation, I feel like we all know that mentally he's not all there at the moment. And now people are saying, oh, maybe he needs to seek help mentally and stuff like that. But I don't feel like it should have took that kind of, for him to get to that point, for people suddenly saying, oh, mental health. I feel like it's always been around, but we just chose to kind of like ignore it and then really think about it. But there isn't music at the moment like that to cater to that. No, J. Cole's my favorite writer. I just like the way he connects with everyone. He has such a humble pen. That's what I like. Such a humble but complex pen. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I just like the way he can tell you a story and bring you into and not make you feel like an outsider. Even if you can't relate to what he's saying, he still finds a way for you to understand and feel what he's saying, which a lot of people don't do nowadays. Kendrick does that also really well. He's very good at taking you out of yourself and into someone else's shoes. I feel like that's one thing they both do really well when they're rapping. It's very easy for you to be them when you're listening, like, and be them. It's kind of, sometimes when you listen to other people rap or someone say something, it's like, oh, it's just him, it's like his thing, if you get what I mean. But when they rap or when they tell you this and that happened, it's kind of like you were there, like, yeah, I was there with him, like, you know, yeah, kind of thing. And that's one thing I really like about the way they write. Yeah. I'll say J. Cole, I really like Kendrick. And Tech Nine, I like Tech Nine because he's like my wild card. Listen, he's a bit. Not a lot of people like Tech Nine because of the style of music, and I think he did like a whole rock album once or something like that as well. Either did he do an opera album? I think he did. I don't know, but he does like a whole bunch of stuff that's just like outside of the box of what a rapper is traditionally supposed to do, and it works for him. And he has such a solid fan base. He tours all the time. Probably one of the most successful artists on the planet.
Oh my God, they coming for me, my God. They creep on the low, my God. So we stay above like God. 16s make a top tier, cry tears, drop tears. Oh my God, they pray that I fall, my God.
I just feel like I'm growing all the time. My sound evolves all the time. I'm very much influenced on what's around me all the time. I don't really try to follow the trend, and I don't really try to make songs that everyone else is making. Not to say that I don't like these songs. These are songs I enjoy. Like, if I go out, these are songs me and my friends play. I may take influences from it, but I just feel like if it doesn't come from me naturally, I just tend not to do it. Like, if I hear a new style and it fits in with what my natural feel is, like, if I gravitate towards it in that way as an artist, yeah, I'll definitely take it and then put my own twist on it and then run with it. But at the moment with the UK scene, I really like where it's going. I like that a lot of people are coming through and there's a lot of eyes on the UK, so that just means that there's a lot more opportunities for everyone to do what they want to do, to get on stage or whatever, to go on a tour, to get signed. There's just a certain type of energy that's in the UK at the moment that they don't have in the US. And to be an artist in London at the moment, it's a great time, especially if you're unique, if you're talented, and you have the right team behind you, and you make the right moves, you can do amazing things at the moment in the UK. I don't feel like we need to run to the US anytime soon or anywhere else, because I feel like we have it all here at the moment. It's great. And as into how I fit in, I'm just doing me. I'm just doing Vividree, to be honest. Like, I feel like that will just birth itself as time goes. It will just come into its own, and then it will just stand out on its own eventually. My intentions for my music is just to be able to connect with people. If you're a party, I would like to have a party song that you can connect to, that will get you in the mood, that to dance or whatever it may be, that you need to go talk to that girl in the corner that you're shy of speaking to, or whatever it may be. Or if you want to reflect a little bit more, I want to have a song for you to do that. I kind of like want to cater to moods, whatever it is you're feeling. I would like to have a song for that kind of thing. My intention is just to create good music, basically. I'll say just good energy, positive, and just speak on anything I feel like I need to speak on at the time. It's more of like an expression of my life as I go, as I learn. I put that into my music. This year, couple videos, singles to come, and EP. Yeah, short EP to end the year off and go into the next year strong.